Hi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. And usually at this point I will be saying it's my favourite time of the month, it's time for ScrawlrBox. But as some of you may know, the last couple of months have been a little bit testing and a little bit hit and miss for me. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, hoping that this month's ScrawlrBox, which is right here, please be a good one, please. So I think I'm just going to turn the camera around and we're just going to get stuck straight in and see what's in this one. Wish me luck. Okay, so here we are. This is July 2022's ScrawlrBox, and yeah, as I said, last couple of months have been okay, not great, and obviously I won't go into it. I've gone into it in other videos, but I really do hope that this is a good one. For those of you that don't know, and if you don't, where have you been? ScrawlrBox is a monthly subscription box with art supplies inside. Each month the supplies are curated by an artist or designer, and the contents of the box are supposed to be more than the cost of the box itself. And you'll see with the recent price rise, I kind of went into that a little bit more. But without further ado, I'm going to break into this and open it up and see what we've got. Please, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this is a good one. Okay, ready. I do love that sound. Okay. Here we are. Okay. Right. As you can see, this is broken, so I'm going to pop this to the side. This is all of our ingredients for this month, which are spinning out. We've got our Scrawler zine. We also, why is this so hot? I've had it on the router. We've also got a piece of artwork. Oh, that's pretty. That's quite nice. And this is by Christina Kwan, Atlanta-based artist. Instagram and Facebook down the bottom here. We'll get a little bit into that later. Okay, and we've got acrylic paper. So obviously, well, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got paper that works with the supplies, and we've actually got acrylics. So this is our medium. I'll go into the Scrawler zine afterwards once we've actually unpackaged our supplies. They're spilling out as it is. Let's take this out. So in here we'll have our supplies. We'll have a sticker. We'll have a sweet, and we'll have a kind of recipe or ingredients, whatever you want to call it. A menu. That's what I was looking for. I knew there was a food word in there somewhere. Okay, so this is our piece of sticker, and it's not from the artwork this time. Usually it comes from the piece of artwork. This is different, so that's fine. We've got our sticker there. We've got our Scrawler challenge. So every month I do 2 Scrawler videos. One is the unboxing and the other is doing the prompt. So our Scrawler challenge is in bloom, and our sweet this time is a Chubba Chumps. It's Chubba Chumps. How do you say it? I've got a bag here. The lollies in my office. This is a shock centre. So it's cola, and I'm guessing it's sour. So I'll pop that to the side. Okay. Right. Okay. So, we have got our supplies. We've got some Marabou fine liner graphics. We've had a few Marabou things, and they're generally quite good. And in here I can see we've got a 0.2, a 0.4, a 0.8 and a brush marker. And I'm guessing, are these in black? We'll open them up properly in a minute and have a look. We've got a paintbrush, which is a Majors number 6 round paintbrush. Looks very nice. Just out of interest, does anyone actually keep these plastic things? I don't. Once the paintbrush is open, I just throw it away, or use it for other things. And then we've got this magic colour, non-clogging, pigmented, water-resistant, fade-resistant, waterproof when dry, liquid acrylic colour. Let's have a look at these. Oh, they are very liquid. Okay, and we've got red, green, yellow and white. Not quite the primer is, but that's fine. I'm guessing that kind of works with in bloom, you've got your green for whatever flower stem, and then yellow and red for actual flowers, and white for details. At least that's where my brain immediately goes to. I'm going to open one of these up and have a look. I'm guessing it's going to be like a little squeeze nozzle. If the top wants to come off, there we go. Yeah, like a little squeezy pipette nozzle. Okay, and these are very liquid, so I'm guessing gravity is going to be fairly helpful with this one, getting some drips and things in there. No palette or anything. I have said to ScrawlrBox in the past that, you know, if they're giving us stuff that we could be mixing with, it would be nice to have just a little plastic palette. But let's get rid of this piece of paper. I'll keep that as well to keep those safe. Let's have a quick look through the ScrawlrZine and see if we can learn anything else about these supplies. So, sticker, artist print, yeah. We got the pens, variety of nibs. Check their waterproofness, actually. How waterproof are they? It says fine liner. Marabou. Light fast low order water-based pigment ink. No bleeding. I'm always a little bit dubious when it's a water-based ink whether it's going to bleed or not, but we'll check. So dilute with water for delicate washes, or mix in the white for a pastel hues. Use these inks straight from the bottle or for more intense colour payoff. Paper pad. Didn't check how many sheets there are in here. 8 sheets. 240 GSM. It's textured acrylic sheets. Actually quite nice. Textured on both sides as well. Okay, and then we've got our brush, alternating pressure with your paintbrush to mix up your acrylic paints. We've got to sit down with Christina. I've got some tips. So give the bottles a good shake. If you're looking for full saturation and vibrancy, apply your acrylic inks directly to the paper. Dropping and splattering effects. Wet on wet technique. Interesting, yeah, it's definitely something to try out. Both ends of the paintbrush, yeah, I mean that goes for any paint really. You can use the bristles or this side to scratch in. Cut out some masking tape, can be used to block out area. Well, yes they can, but I only use what is in the box, and there isn't masking tape in here. I've got plenty of washi tape and like, oop, dropping things on the floor. I've got these very fine masking tapes as well. So I do have masking tape, but I'm not going to be using them because that is not part of the box. Marabou markers or different size nibs. Oh, these ones, yeah, of course. Scrawler Gallery. So this is May's ScrawlrBox. So this is the sheets, isn't it? The watercolor sheets. This is really nice. This is very, very good. Grace Skeet's art. Well done, Grace. That's really, really nice. This one I saw on Instagram. Really, really enjoyed that. It's gorgeous. Maybe that's just because I'm a Slytherin and I love reptiles. I used to have a snake as well. Chicken's very good as well. But well done, Bethany Clark. Well done, Grace Skates as well, or Skeets. And then a little bit about ink as well. Right. So I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to recenter, zoom in a little bit, and then we'll have a bit of a play around with these as we swatch them. Okay, so I suppose a good place to start is with the pens. If I can get the box open. Oh, blimey. Marabou boxes are always so difficult to open. I always end up ripping the box. Okay, very simple design. This is the 0.2. Yep, this is the 0.4, 0.8, and this is the brush. I'll have a look at the brush. Okay, so it's like a fibre tip brush, not a bristle brush. Are these grey? Is this grey ink? Let's test. Well, I wouldn't say it's black unless you layer it up. You know what, I'm actually going to try this on something else. I'm going to try it on the box because this paper Yeah, I feel like it goes down, like these pens go down much nicer on something that is a little bit absorbent and can actually take in the ink a little bit. This sits on top and just wants to kind of stay there while it dries. But yeah, that's a nice, it's a nice nib. I've had better brush pens, but I've certainly had worse as well. Let's go through these different grades then. So we've got 0.8, nice thick boy, like that. Half the size of that we have the 0.4. Yep. And then half the size of that again we have the 0.2. That's nice. That's actually a really nice pen. I'm just going to test with my finger how much this smudges. So this had a little bit more time to dry. Yeah, so there is a bit of smudging there. Let's try and here. Yeah, as I suspected, I think the ink is, because it's not absorbing anything into the paper, it's taking a while to dry on the surface, which means that then obviously it can be rubbed and will probably activate with water as well. Right, I am going to try out some of these. So, it said shake them, didn't it? I'm going to crack all of the lids first, just because I've got these little plastic rings for transit and safety. Who are these by? Magic? Is the company just Magic? I'll have to have another look in the scrawlrZine. I've got the white one as well. Let's open this up. I'm actually on my lunch break right now, so I don't have much time before I have to get back to work, but this video will definitely still be going out in just a couple of hours. Let's give this a shake. Efficiency. Grab them all, shake them all at once. Excellent. Right. Where should we start? Let's start. Favourite colour, green. And green really is my favourite colour. And I'm going to do a line. Oh, that's actually a really nice colour. I was expecting like acrylic paint. This is definitely more like acrylic ink. Just slightly different. Let's try the red as a line. Nice. And let's try the yellow. Again, that actually goes down really nicely, really smoothly. I'm quite surprised at these. Do I think ScrawlrBox have redeemed themselves? Well, that's yet to be seen when we actually use these in an artwork. Let's try the white one. I'm going to go over the black for this. Ooh, interesting. I like that. That's really nice. Okay, so it said dripping. So let's try some drips and then we'll go in with the brush as well. So again, I'm going to start with the green and do some dots. See if we go higher up. Oh, yeah, there we go. This is going to be messy. I'm definitely going to need to use a cover up for this. I think I'll wait till after this month to clean the odd desk cover that I keep saying I'm going to do and never get around to doing. Oh, that's nice when they mix together. Let's see if, you know what, I'm going to try and spread this out a bit if I can. Oh, it's very wet. Okay, now let's see if we can get a bit of red in here as well. Of course, red and green. It's going to make brown. And just for a final flourish, let's put a little bit of white in here as well. I feel like this is going to take absolute age to dry because it's very thick on here. So, first of all, let's give it a bit of a shimmy around. Yeah, the colours are just mixing together now, aren't they? Some interesting bits. It would be interesting to layer these on top of each other rather than mixing them. Speaking of mixing, I'm just going to take some red and some yellow and a little bit of white as well. I kind of like this mixing on the page but I think a palette would have been helpful. I've activated the bristles on these. Mixes together really lovely. It's really nice. It's spread, actually has quite a lot of coverage. That is quite an area it's covering. Actually has quite a nice flesh tone. It's bright, it's very bright, but it would work as a flesh tone. Can I drag? Yeah, and then will it bleed down those lines as I think it will, you know. So I've created those lines, and then I can actually have the paint drip down those lines. So if I, yeah, look, it's going to follow that line down. It's actually quite fun. Let's see if I can get it to come around. Yeah, look, it follows the path of the paint. I'm not sure how clearly you can all see that. Okay, that gives me some ideas, actually. I think in Bloom, obviously, one thing definitely springs to mind. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. So, these paints, these inks, whatever you want to call them, the magic colour, liquid acrylic colours, actually quite like them. Would have been interested if there was a blue in there as well. The markers, well, we'll see how they go. I'm going to have to let this completely dry. Oh, that actually is fairly dry. Now, let's just very quickly get, which one's this? The O2. Yeah, I can go on top of the paint. Also good to know. Brilliant. Right, well that is the supplies for this month, and I've made a lovely brown mess. What do you think of this month's supplies? If you've got ScrawlrBox, leave a comment down below on what you thought on unboxing. If you're just watching and you're watching this and other channels that review these boxes, what are your thoughts on this? Is this tempting you to go with ScrawlrBox, or is it pushing you away? Anyway, as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.